flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it?
Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bengals' 42-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A look at the numbers for Geis a week ago. 15 carries, 129 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The fumble on first down, now here's 2nd down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
The ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Steps away. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up? Now go. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Taken down and sacked.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he'll find Pittman. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
8. Steelers 7.
On 1st down, this is Geis.
Darius Geis, the ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd down and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
The field goal,
and his kick is indeed good.
Makes the score.
And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, to let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, just how big of a final weekend this is. For the moment, the 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
And we have to keep reminding ourselves that number 6, that's no longer the final seed. We go 7 deep in each conference now. But you're at the point now where you have to win to guarantee your spot. You don't want to get stuck scoreboard watching.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back. Get them.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Slayton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. He finds his man. Complete. That's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll run with Geis. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The 16-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that stretches this lead to 20-8. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. The Bengals drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They go play action with Burrow. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And this complete to Henry over the middle. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sacked.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
Used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
Now Burrow on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Darius Geis, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
31. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
They'll drop the throw.
The pass.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
At the 48-yard line.
On the draw, they go to Geis. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there out of Geis. 43 yards. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. On first and 10, Joe Burrow forced out to his left. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Flushed out right. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 28. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
To A.J. Brown.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Brings up second and goal.
On second down, here's Burrow rolling to his right. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to John Ross.
John Ross, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
That's the end of the
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Steelers 26.
Back now in Pittsburgh.
21.
It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Second and long. Open man. He completes it to Judy. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
To Jerry Judy. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 13.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
A tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Burrow.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going right side, he finds Slayton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Darius Slayton. A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. The toss here completed to Pittman. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Joe Burrow's sack.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Geis. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
Makes the score Steelers 29. Bengals.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So Burrow and the Bengals down by 8, a minute 11 to go. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guy's going
complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the O team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. He gets it in the hands of Geis. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Henry's got it out on the left side. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. Not much there, only a yard.
Darius Slayton. He's out of bounds behind the line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Darius Slayton, incomplete.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
All time.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Our final score.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.